strength and active stretch. You'll just need a set of medium to heavy weights. Same for total body. We've got upper body, lower body, core. All right. Let's go ahead and start drawing that knee up and over to a side lunge. Warming up our lower body to start. One more on each side. Try to get that knee up super high. All right, come on down to a low wide squat, arms out to a T, bend and extend your legs. From here, we're gonna reach our right arm over to the left and open. Still bending and extending your knees. One more time with the right. All right, switch to the left side, left arm towards right and open. One more. Hold the knees bent, tiny circles with your arms, palms facing down. Reverse the direction. Hinge forward at your waist. Give yourself a nice big hug and then squeeze your shoulder blades together as you lift your arms up high towards the ceiling. Come on down to a runner's lunge, right knee down, tuck your right toes, pressing forward into your left knee, chin and chest stays lifted here, stacked over your shoulders. Gently draw your hip back, straighten your left leg, point flex, circle out your left ankle. If you're just joining us, no worries, we're just getting started with our warm-up. Gently switch sides. You need a set of medium and heavy weights for today. Total body, right knee forward, left toes untucked. Draw the hips back, point flex, circle out that right ankle. Gently come on up, roll your shoulders back, roll them forward. All right, we've got 7 moves today. And then we have stretch to correlate to those moves. We'll go through them 1 minute each, 10-second breather in between. Again, 4 times that move, and then we're moving on. So from here, we're going to start with a hip width air squat, saying overhead press to an alternating knee drive. Here we go. Suitcase squat, overhead press, hold it, arms overhead, knee drive. Now alternating which knee you start with as you drive that knee up. Slow and controlled. This is round 1 of 4. So you've got 4 minutes here. Engage your core as you bring those weights down. Hinge forward. Keep it going. Ground through all 3 points of your foot when you're in that squat. Keep it going. Total body right here to start with. Hold the arms overhead and give me 2 knee drives alternating right to left, left to right. You've got 7 more seconds here. Last 3, 2, and 1. 10-second breather. Maybe step the feet side to side. Roll your shoulders up and back. Round 2 coming up. All right, ground through your feet, hip width apart and parallel, suitcase squat, overhead press, knee drive. As you hold those weights overhead, try to alternate which knee you start with. Give me 2 knee drives as you hold those weights high overhead. Keep it going. Arms directly over your shoulders. You've got it. Stay with it. This is round 2. Keep it going. 25 more seconds here. Yes, you can. Suitcase squat. Weights down by each ankle. As you rise up, press those weights overhead. Draw those knees up towards the same hip. Maybe the same shoulder. Last 10. You've got it for 5. That's 3, 2, and 1. Catch your breath. Grab water anytime when you need it. We're going for round 3 and 2. And 1. Shoulders pulled up and back. Suitcase squat, overhead press, knee drive. Keep it going. Draw that knee up super high. Try to get that knee higher each time. Flex through your foot. Keep it going. You've got it. 33 seconds to go. This is round 3. Alternating which knee drive starts and ends. Make sure you're breathing here. Avoid holding your breath. That's it. Overhead press. Add in that knee drive. Last 10. You've got it for 5, 3, 2. All right, roll the shoulders up and back. 4th and final round right here. Give it your all. We're going in 3, 2. Here we go, suitcase squat, overhead press, knee drive. I want you to make this your best and last round. Maybe get that knee higher. Maybe try to avoid rocking from side to side. Maybe get those arms higher overhead. You've got it. Maybe sink your hips lower in that squat. Stay with it. We've got a stretch coming up next. Single leg forward fold. That's it. Suitcase squat. Standing knee drive with an overhead press. 20 more seconds. Don't stop now. You've got it. Last 10. Going strong for 5, 3, 2. All right, gently set your weights down. Your stretch here, we're going to do it 2 times. Right foot forward, left foot back. Bend in your left knee, hinge forward. Right elbow towards right toes. Holding here and breathing. This is your stretch. You can reach your hand down towards your toes, gently pulling your toes back. Full body stretch. Just let your neck hang nice and loose. Gently rise up. Keep the feet planted. Still your right foot down. Press your hips forward. Right knee is bent, left leg is straight. All right, quickly switch sides. Right foot down, left foot forward. Flex your left toes, bend into your right knee. Hinge forward, left elbow or left hand towards your left toes. Really flex those toes up towards the ceiling. Your right toes are turned slightly outwards towards 2 o'clock. Gently press your left foot down, hinge forward. Opening up that right hip here, chest is lifted. All right, release it down, shake it out. Grab 2 weights. Try to go heavy here. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. We have deadlifts, alternating, feet parallel, feet turned out. Here we go. Shoulders pulled up and back. Weights in the front of your shins. Gently rise up, rotate your toes out. Deadlift. Rise up, rotate your toes in. So you're alternating feet parallel and toes turned out. You're still gliding the weight down the front of your shins. Your back remains straight. Where you hinge, your body will follow. Press your hips back to the wall behind you. You've got it. Toes parallel, toes turned out. Gentle rotation here. You've got 10 more seconds. Last 5, 2. All right, finish up where you're at. All right, this time we're going to zip our legs together. So your thighs, knees, and feet are together. Same thing. Feet parallel and feet turned out. So your heels are always touching. Just pressing those hips back. Gently rise up, toes forward. You've got it. Press your hips back. Pretend as if you are trying to tap your glutes on a wall behind you, maybe sitting in an invisible chair. Keep it going. Glide the waist on the front of your shins. Press the hips back. Rise up. Do not worry about the depth that you're able to get those weights. Most important thing is that your hips are pressing back. Your knees stay just where they started. You're not letting your knees come forward. Use your abs here. You got it. Hinging and lifting. Last 3, 2. All right, come on up. When you're done, roll your shoulders up and back. This time, walk your feet slightly wider than your hips. So we're going back to a wider stance. All right, here we go. Feet parallel. Same foot placement, alternating. Bringing your feet parallel and then turning your toes outward. You are still gliding the weight down the front of your shin. You've got it. Keep it going. Chest lifted. Almost there. You've got it. So we did hip width. We did narrow. We're doing wider than our hips. So next we're going to do a widened stance. Keep it going. You got 12 more seconds here. Stay with it. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right, this time I want you to walk your feet out wider than your hips. We're going to keep our toes turned outward. I'm just going to mute my laptop here. Toes turned out. All right, here we go. Deadlift and rise. We're working different parts of our glutes here. This is your 4th and final round. You got to stretch after this. Toes turned out, feet wider than our hips. Bend into your knees, bring those weights down. It's a little bit easier with a barbell, but same concept with the weights. You want to glide them out towards your shins. Remember where your body hinges, that is where your gaze will follow. So avoid straining your neck, trying to find one spot of focus. You want your gaze to move. Body hinges, body upright. 12 more seconds. We have a figure 4 stretch coming up next. Stretch out those glutes. That's it. You got 3, 2. All right, finish up on your last one. When you get there, set your weights down. Your left leg is your base. Draw your right knee up. Use a wall with your left hand if you'd like. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Flex your right foot. Press your right knee away. Option to come down lower. Continuing to press that right knee away from your body. You can reach down towards the floor. Maybe place your hands on a weight. You can bring your hands to heart center to balance you a little bit. We're going to switch sides in 3, 2, and 1. Circle out that right ankle. Switch sides. Right foot your base. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Flex your left foot. Apply that knee away from your body. Stay here. Maybe hinge forward. You should feel it in your outer left glute this time. See how far you can come down or stay as upright as you'd like. Use a wall or a ledge with your right hand. All right, we're going to grab 2 weights, 1 weight in each hand. That's your upper body. All right, relax that left leg down. Circle out your left ankle. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Feet are grounded. Palms facing up. Right arm up. Rotate down. Bring it down. Left arm up. Palm down. Bring it down. Palm facing down. Rotate up and lower. So cross body raises, and you're alternating that arm facing up. Rotate it as you hold it lifted and lower that arm. So you're alternating palm facing up and palm facing down. Cross body rotation, so you're drawing that arm out in front towards the opposite shoulder. Very nice. Stay with it, slow and controlled. If those shoulders start to creep up, be mindful. Relax those shoulders down from your ears. You can have a micro bend in your elbows. Stay with it. Palm down, palm up, and then lower. You've got it. Last 5. Gently lower down. Relax your shoulders, maybe roll the shoulders up and back, maybe up and forward, keeping everything down. Here we go. Lift, rotate, and lower. Lift diagonal, rotate, and lower. Now, if this feels easy, if you're actually drawing that weight closer up to your shoulder, maybe past your shoulder, get a heavier weight. You do not want to lift that weight higher than your shoulder. So if you're able to lift it up here, I recommend going heavier. Keep it going. Again, avoid letting that arm come higher than your shoulder. If you don't have heavier weights, maybe double them up. Maybe just don't lift the arm as high. You've got it. This is round 2 of 4. Ground through your feet. Last 7. Keep it going. You got 3, 2. All right, finish up where you're at. Keep those arm stances. Shoulders pulled up and back. Here we go. Round 3 right here. Lift, rotate, and lower. Now, if you still want more of a challenge, if you don't have enough of a challenge yet with additional weights, try walking your feet together. The more narrow your stance is, the more core work you're going to have. Maybe try straightening those arms as you lift and lower. You can always create a tiny bend in that elbow if you need to. This is all upper body here. If your feet are closer, a little bit of core. Keep it going. You can pick up the pace. You can slow it down. Do what works for you today. Last 12. Got it. Last 5. 3, 2, and 1. All right, 4th and final round right here. And then we are stretching. All right, here we go. Lift, rotate, lower. Lift, rotate, lower. So your direction of your palm as you lift is different than when you lower your arm down to the floor. Back to your hip. Keep it going. You're already 20 seconds down. Less than 40 to go. Keep it going. We're going to bind our arms out in front for a forward fold stretch. We're going to then take our arms overhead for an overhead stretch, continuing to keep those arms binded. Then we're going to draw the elbows wide behind our head and do some standing cat and cow stretches. Five. All right, gently set the weights down. Come back to standing. Bind your hands. Bring your palms facing out. Round your spine. Bring your gaze towards your navel, tops of your thighs, your big toes. We just got early on the stretch. It's okay. Just rounding that spine. Think about trying to press the wall in front of you away from you. You're trying to just pull your shoulder blades apart, figuratively. All right, bring the arms overhead. If you can, keep that bind. If you need to readjust your bind, feel free to do so. Palms facing out. Gently release your arms down. We'll save the cat and cow for a little bit later. Bring your palm facing out, fingertips down. Pull your right fingertips in towards your body. And switch. Left palm out, fingertips down. Gently pulling your left fingertips in towards your body. And then release, shake it out. All right, grab those weights. One weight in each hand. Feet are wider than your hips. Toes are slightly turned out. Left arm is up, right arm is down. We have windmills. Reach and rise. Reach down and rise. You can also come to a kneeling stance here. Left arm up, right arm down. Reach and lift. Crunch, reach, and lift. Whichever you decide, standing or kneeling, reach and lift. You should feel that crunch in your right oblique, feeling that stretch in your left side. We're going to alternate right, left, right, left. Keep it going. Anybody else regarding the weights they chose? Whew. You've got 10 more seconds here. Stay with it. Last 5. All right. Bring those weights together. Maybe step it out. Now we got the left side. Feet wider than your hips. One weight in each hand. Left arm down, right arm up. Here we go. Reach and lift. So that left arm is just still. It's just chilling in outer space. You're reaching your left arm down. Same option. You can come down onto your right knee and left foot coming to a kneeling stance. Reach the left arm down and lift. Reach down and lift. Your choice, kneeling or standing. You're halfway there. Remember, if you're standing, those feet are wider than your hips. Right arm up, left arm down. Reach and lift. Windmill. You've got your breather coming up in 10 seconds. Almost there. Last 3, 2. All right, I'm gonna switch my weight choice. All right, we got that left arm up, right arm down. We're going in 3, 2. Here we go. Reach and crunch. Reach and crunch. Remember, any of these options, kneeling or standing, left arm stays lifted regardless if you're on both of your feet or if you're kneeling. Right arm down towards the floor. Keep it going. You do not have to tap the floor. You can just come close. Halfway there. Last time on the right side. Crunch and lift. Be sure that left arm is staying directly overhead. It's not coming down forward. You don't have to bend that elbow. Nice and straight. 10 more seconds. Yes, you can. Reach and lift. Use those abs. Last 2. All right, shoulders pulled up and back. Widen that stance or stay kneeling, left arm down. Right arm up directly over your shoulder. Here we go. Reach and lift. Reach and lift. I want you to actively engage your abs. Use your core to lift back up, stacking your shoulders directly over your hips. Notice the difference here. If you want to come into kneeling, feel free to do so. Just make sure that front left foot is over your ankle, or rather under your knee, or your foot is walked further out. Your choice. Reach for the floor. You do not have to touch it. Keep it going. You've got your stretch coming up now. You've got 12 more seconds. Stay with it. All right, now we've got cat and cow in 5. All right, gently set the weights down. Come off to standing if you are kneeling. Elbows are wide, feet hip width apart and parallel. Really draw your elbows back. Open your chest, lift your gaze. Round your spine. Lift and open. And draw your elbows in. Inhale, lift. Gaze up. Exhale, fold forward. Elbows towards one another. Open and close. One more time. Open and close. Reach your right arm, right leg long in opposite directions. Have a slight bend in that left knee. Feel that deep side stretch all on the right side body. You can widen that stance if you'd like. All right, switching sides. Left leg long, right arm long. Think right biceps right here. Try to reach the wall with your left fingertips. You can always widen that stance if you'd like, and deepening that stretch. All right, we're grabbing 2 weights next. We've got lower body. All right. We've got a good morning to a calf raise. So feet are grounded, hip width apart and parallel. Weight to your shoulders or your chest. Hinge forward, rise up, lift the heels, lower the heels. So very similar to a deadlift. You're thinking, what's the difference? It's where the weight load is. So in the deadlift, that weight, whether it's a dumbbell like we're using, or it's a barbell, that weight is in your hands and down by your hips, then to your knees, and then towards your shins. In the good morning, that weight is upper body. That weight is, if you have a barbell, behind your neck. You can also place it on your shoulders. You can also keep, you have just one at heart center. You're still pressing the hips back, hinging your waist, very similar to a deadlift, and then lifting and lowering. That's it, you've got 5 more seconds here. Last one. All right, finish up where you're at. So remember, 1 weight at heart center. You can keep the weights on your shoulders if you'd like. Here we go, round 2. Good morning. Rise up. Heel lift, heel lower. So I'm still keeping my shoulders relaxed. I'm still trying to press my hips back to that wall behind me. Sitting in that imaginary chair. Notice my knees are not coming closer towards my toes. Keeping your gaze forward, and as your body hinges, your gaze follows. Far out in front, couple feet in front of your toes, maybe down to your toes, and then comes up the same way that you went down. When you rise up, stacking your shoulders back over your hips, don't forget that calf raise. All right, you got 7 more seconds here. Last 2 and 1. All right, finish up where you're at. Just gonna keep these weights here. No point in moving them. All right, shake out anything else that you may need to. Round 3 right here. Hinge, good morning. Rise up, calf raise, lower. Good morning. Calf raise. So if those shoulders are creeping up towards your ears, be mindful, relax them down, roll your shoulders up and back, and start from there. You've got it. You're more than halfway there. Stay with it. Continuing to draw your navel deep into your spine, up the crown of your head. Pretend you have a corset around your midsection. That's it. You've got it. Last 7. You should feel it in your glutes and in your calves. Last 1. All right, we've got 1 more round. After this, try to readjust these. I feel like I have koalas on my shoulders. All right, here we go. Hinge, lift, calf raise. Make sure that you're not adding that calf raise too soon. Full body lift, shoulders tucked over your hips. Lift and lower. 20 seconds down. Keep it going. Stay with it. Hinge, lift, calf lift, and lower. Yes, you can. You've got this. Slow and steady. 4th and final round right here. You've got 15 more seconds. Last 10. It's really an arm workout trying to hold on to these weights on your shoulders, huh? You got it. Last 3, 2, and 1. Finish up where you're at. Set those weights off to the side. All right, we have a gorilla stretch. So feet are slightly wider than our hips. We're gonna hinge forward. You can keep your hands to your thighs, bend and extend your knees. You can reach for your shins, continuing to bend and extend, or hold a deep bend in your knees, and then place your hands under your feet. And then from here, extend and bend. So many options, hands to your hips, thighs, shins, under your toes. You can also grab the outside of your ankles, folding forward, and then trying to bend and extend your knees. Nice calf stretch as you deep bend. Nice stretch for your hamstrings and your glutes as you extend those legs. All right, one weight each hand. We've got core coming up next. We're going to start in an X stance, so arms overhead like a big X. Keep it going, give me 3 more. Bend and extend. All right. Release your palms, rise up, grab those weights. 1 weight in each hand. All right, opposite elbow, opposite knee crunch, and extend. You're alternating. Keep it going. You can do this without any weight, or you can add a weight, your choice. Opposite elbow, opposite knee, crunch, and extend. Keep it going. Fire up those lower abs. Draw that knee up in diagonal. Draw that elbow down towards the opposite hip. Keep it going. Round 1 of 3, of 4. So again, we got 3 remaining. You got it. X stance and crunch. You can keep your arms extended or draw them down together. Last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice shoulder work too. All right, round 2 right here. Shoulders up and back. Find that X stance. Give me that crunch, extend. Slow it down as much as you need to. You've got it. Try to extend those arms back out to straight. I know it burns. You've got it. Whew. No matter what weight you're using, heavy load, medium, or light, it adds up when you're doing it for a full 60 seconds, huh? All right, still going, still moving. Keep it going, 20 seconds to go. If you need to take a break, that's all right, just come back into it. You've got 5. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right. I might give my shoulders a little bit of a break. You can always set the weight to the side and then come back to it if you'd like. We're still starting from that X stance. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. Crunch and extend. Reach and crunch. That's it. Almost there. Reach and crunch. Round 3 of 4 right here. So steady, so strong. You've got it, you're more than halfway. Inhale to reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, exhale. Finding that breath to movement will really help you with endurance. Keep it going. You got 10 more seconds here. Stay with it. Reach and crunch. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right, 4th and final round right here. This is it. Make it your best yet. We're going in 2 and 1. reach, and crunch. You guys take a breather. That's perfectly fine. I'm doing one. When you're ready, just come back into it. Reach and crunch. Going. You've got it. Last 12. Woo. Here we go. This is it. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently set those weights down. All right, cross your right ankle behind your left. Reach your arms overhead. Left hand grabs right wrist. Side bend over to the left. So you're feeling that stretch all along the right side body. Rise up. Unbind your hands, unbind your legs. Circle out your wrist. Cross your left leg. Curtsy lunge over behind the right. Arms overhead. Right hand grabs left wrist. Side bend over to the left. Holding and breathing. Alright, we got one more move. Release your bind. Circle out your wrist. Circle out your ankles. Grab 2 weights. Recommend heavy here. 1 weight in each hand. You still got 10 seconds. We have an alternating curtsy deadlift. So we're going to stagger that right back. Just so we did as our stretch. That's why I did it. And we have the weights down the front of our shin. Rise up. Switching sides. Left leg behind. Glide the weights on the front of your right shin. Step your left foot forward. Right foot steps back. As you're gliding the weight down the front of that shin, that same hip, I want you to actively think about pressing it back. So when my left leg is back, I'm working that right hip. My right hip is going to be pressing back to the wall behind me. Rise up. Switch sides. Left leg behind right. Right behind left. Hinge and lift. Hi, Loma. If I'm ever curious when class is coming closer to an end, so my dogs come and check on me. All right, 10 more seconds. That's it, you got 5. Slow and steady here. All right, finish up where you're at. Roll your shoulders up and back. So lots of deadlifts today. They're fantastic. One of my favorites. It's a nice play on them. So stagger that foot back, come to that curtsy, and give me that deadlift. So you're not letting that front knee come any more past your toes. So it's staying over your ankle. Lift and lower. You're gliding the weight down the front shin. Your left heel stays lifted. Just like a curtsy lunge. And then you hinge. Really targeting that outer glute, that outer hip. Nice inner thigh work as well. 20 seconds remaining. Do not go for speed on any of these. Hinge and lift. Very nice. You've got 7 more seconds. Remember to keep your gaze with you as you hinge. All right, finish up where you're at. We've got round 3 coming up. Alternating curtsy lunge with a deadlift. Here we go. Round 3, so strong. So your front toes are grounded. Think big toe, pinky toe straight back to your heel, trying to press that arch in towards the floor. Your back heel is lifted. Your shoulders are relaxed down from your ears. You're actively pressing that working hip back behind you. So often when we're in that curtsy lunge, this back leg, that hip wants to open out. You want to actively press the opposite hip, pressing that back hip forward. So just think, from this stance, my right leg is back. This hip is naturally going to rotate back. You want to press it forward, and you want to press into that left hip. So you want that work to be in your left side when the right leg is back. All right, we've got one more round. It's just 60 seconds. Easy, easy, easy. And then we're going to stretch. All right, here we go. Gently rise up. Slow and steady. It does not matter how slow you go on these. You do not want to go for speed at all. Whenever you're doing strength, focus on your form. Keep it going. Alternating curtsy, deadlift. You're halfway. Keep it going. Glide the weights down the front of your bent knee shin. Maybe reaching towards your thigh. Maybe getting closer towards your ankle. Do not stress how far you bring those weights. All right, we've got 5 more seconds. I want you to finish out where you're at. All right, set those weights down gently. Walk your feet wider than your hips, as wide as you can. We're going to do a lateral lunge, side to side. So you can hold it here, or you can move from side to side, making it more of an active stretch, or you can make it passive by holding on to one side, maybe bringing your hands to the floor, maybe bringing one arm up, one arm down. Flex your toes, you can point. And of course, what you do on one side, switch sides, single leg stretch, maybe reach. You can always move from side to side. You can keep your hips high, or you can keep your hips low as you move from one side to the next. All right, gently come on up. Roll your shoulders back, roll them forward. Draw your arm across your body. Maybe bump your hips side to side. Open and switch, left arm across. Open. Draw your right elbow wide. Lift your chin off of your chest. Open and switch. Left elbow wide. Lift your chin, chest. Open, circle out your wrist. Nice big inhale. And one more. Fantastic work today. Thank you so much for joining.